Steven here, and just wanted to cover real quick just some of the things that I've seen in the new Red Dead Redemption 2 online update. There's a lot of things that they said that they were going to be doing with this. Some of them are harder to find. The first thing that I noticed, though, was the daily challenges. So you essentially have a certain amount of time. It says at the bottom 15 hours and 6 minutes. Now, if you look at all of these, you'll get extra XP if you complete all of them within that period. But we're the fishing one, easy. Posse joined, easy. Um, kill 5 players with an Evans repeater. Kill 3 players with a headshot. 1 showdown series 1. Some of these will overlap, right? And then some of them not so much. 1 race 1, and then 2 free roam events played. I did a free roam event, and with that one, I think with it you just can't go through the menu. You actually have to go choose something for that one. With the race, I couldn't get to the, I've never been able to actually play one the whole time. Every time I go to actually join up with one, I either end up spectating or the server drops. And when I'm spectating and it's 15 minutes of just sitting there, I usually just move on. Uh, I'm thinking over time they're probably going to have to tweak these, just because that's a lot to get done in a day for a lot of people that don't have all day to play video games. Now after this, looking through the catalog, they actually redid the menu here, so it's not all stacked on the left side, which is awesome. Big thing with the weapons here is they added 1 unique weapon. I'm assuming that they're going to obviously add a lot more over time, but if we click on that, you have the rare shotgun there. Haven't bought it yet, just spent all my money on a new horse, so I'll have to save up for that, but the shotgun looks really, really cool. It kind of looks like they're porting some of the things over from the regular game over now to online. Not 100% sure why they didn't do that from the get-go, but I'm sure they have their reasons, or maybe it was just a time thing and they knew that they could kind of roll these things out slowly and it would keep people wanting to come back to play. But with the guns, that's really the only thing that they have. After that, the next big thing is if you go to the emotes, if that's how you pronounce that. But with this, they actually added that in, so they have new ones for you. The thing that kind of sucks is you can't preview these. So I thought I was going to maybe potentially be able to, but you're not able to. So you're just kind of taking it off whatever the description is, and kind of like the image that they have right there. It seems a little steep price-wise for that stuff. Just not something I particularly use a lot. Maybe other players do, but it's just not something I use a lot. And that's the 4 groupings that they have right there. After that, though, moving on to clothing and stuff like that, you have more options for certain items. So you're seeing more options here. And then with other items, it says coming soon. So I'm assuming with whenever the next update is, we're going to see that roll out. They haven't announced when that's going to be, but looking at more options, I couldn't distinguish between them just because some of the ones I hadn't actually highlighted yet, so it still gives the star. With that, like I said, I just don't know which ones were there. I just didn't look at them yet versus ones that are now the new options. So this one I do know. I looked at all, so it's 2 right there and right there. But with other items, I've briefly looked at them, but I haven't actually scrolled through each thing, and because of that, it has a star there, so I don't know which ones are the actual new options. But they're adding new color options, which is really, really awesome. I'll be interested to see over time if you can overlay or maybe create your own. I don't know if they will or not, but I definitely like the furred gloves here. I want those. But that one right there, coming soon, right? Woodland gloves, coming soon. The pelt half caps, coming soon. So what that timeline is, I don't know. Hopefully, when they say coming soon, I mean, we're talking in the next couple weeks versus a month or 2 out. Those previous ones that look like knitted socks will look pretty cool. I hope they actually update this as well so that you can preview these items and actually look at what it would look like on you versus what you do is you just look at the color really quick, and then I guess just hope you like them and you buy them. You can't really see what they'll look like on your character. So hopefully they can tweak that. Concho pants. I'm excited about these. The patterns that they have on there. It's like a bandana pattern, right? Those I'm curious to see what they actually look like once they actually come out. The Ortega vest looks pretty cool as well with this one. There's a hat coming up too that's looks really, really cool. Union suit, more color options there. They don't have any more short shirts, I believe, but they do have 2 jackets. The Morningtail coat, and then there's another one. Morningtail kind of reminds me of like something you'd see in Gangs of New York, but the Benbow jacket looks cool. And that looks like I said, this is where I'm starting to see some of these. It looks like they just ported it over from the story mode. More options with the hats, but my favorite hat is coming up, and it's the so you have the Gardenia hat, the Owanjilla hat looks, if I'm pronouncing that correct, looks pretty cool with the more options. But the Gator hat and the squat stovepipe top hat look really, really cool to me. So hopefully I'll be able to see what those look like once they're actually there. Then I can just go to a store and look at it. As far as I know, I can't do that right now. They added a new suit as well, or outfit, the Taskman. But aside from that, there's not anything else. So I'm not seeing anything else in like the tonics and the provisions or anything like that. So that's just that part that I've seen. I tried to hunt down some of the new free roam missions. So this one is just basic, like it's the same thing, right? Accepting a supply wagon supply. I did a mission prior to this and it didn't work out so well. It just seemed like it was way darker than usual. I don't know if that's part of the update or not, or if that's just in my head. But I wanted to find some of the hunting ones, which there's one for a bear that was in the previous one, and then one for hunting down herbs. With this, so I want to note that they changed it so that you can't actually see where other players are until they're really, really close to you is another big thing. Which that's what I was able to see right here. So you see nobody on the map until they're within a certain radius from you. So once they're actually there, you can see them not only on your smaller radar, but they'll pop up on the map as well. And then their coloring is a little bit different. It's like a darker blue, right? So there's a guy close to me at this point where I'm at right now. So it makes it more of a surprise when you're doing a mission. If somebody just pops up on you, rolls up on you, they're going to pop up on the map. You're not going to know they're heading towards you, though. So I tried playing some of the large series stuff as well, and it was the same without me just continually trying to get into a new game. I couldn't find any game modes. I know they were supposed to add some. It's just right now you can't directly pick this stuff, so it kind of sucks. You can do like a race series, you can do gun rush, but when you're doing the large scale series stuff, you can't pick. One of my favorite ones is the bow and arrow one. You just can't choose that, so I haven't messed with that yet. Once I get more familiar with it and I finally play some of it, I'll make sure to record it and then talk about it. The other thing that I notice is everybody that's played any of the missions knows like Hamish is where you'll go, you'll do recovery stuff, and you'll do some of the hunting. Right now it's just the bear, but I knew Hamish was going to be one for the herb stuff, right? And you'll see that has rescue and recovery work from time to time, also hunting. When you highlight these individuals, you'll see stuff. So Alden now is not just delivery and escort, but it's also hunting jobs as well. And then Angus is another one where you'll get hunting missions. And I don't know if that just means with animals or maybe you're hunting, I don't know, you're technically not hunting, but if you're going to go track down herbs. I did the Emerald Station one, and so it's not going to highlight that. I'm assuming that's another spot where you'll actually find that. And Hector doesn't actually give you any of those. So another thing I haven't played with yet is the bounty system. I'll be shooting videos with that. So now if you basically do a bunch of horrible things like going around killing people, they'll actually send bounty hunters after you, which is an NPC character. So I'll be tinkering around with that because I'm curious to see how difficult it is. Also, if you're a very aggressive player, you're going to get highlighted on the map with that, which I think is awesome just because then you could avoid people. I don't like typically getting into the gunfights just randomly that a lot of people like to do with everything. They've rebalanced some weapons, so I'll have to play a little bit more to get a feel for that. Um, Apparently the Evans repeater also, which I didn't look at, that is a new weapon. So I'll have to look at that, see how much it costs, and try and get that as well. But hopefully here, as I play more, I'll have that opportunity to see a little bit of each. I mean, this just launched, so it's going to take a minute to actually get to do all of that. I'm glad they're slowly rolling out all this stuff. They also said that they're going to be doing like limited time. Basically, it's available for a limited time with certain clothing options as well. So how they roll that out, what it is, whether or not they cycle back through will be interesting to see as well. Hopefully they have more diverse missions, and then with the hunting and all of that as well, like hunting down legendary animals would be cool. There's a lot of things that I know that they'll roll out. It's just we got to be patient with it. And I've mentioned it before, and I think it's very important to keep in mind is one, it's a beta, but two, they're slowly going to roll out all these features, just like they did with Grand Theft Auto 5. So this is just the shell of the game, and they're going to add so much more. I mean, just over the next handful of months, I'm sure they're going to add a ton. And the more feedback we give, the better the game's going to get. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, please hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.